And I have enough battery. Hi guys, welcome to Victory of Blessings. This is my guest, so you get my notification there. Hey Lynn, this is Henry's daughter, and once people start appearing, I'll repeat myself. But for now, I just want to say hi to everyone. Good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. So I'm going to do today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some emotional releases on Halen because I'm going to start working on her now. We got a lot of things to work on. I want to know how everyone is doing this week. As soon as everyone logs in, we will get started. Hi, how are you? So with Halen today, I'm going to go through the whole process of finding out the percentages. We're going to find out her ego versus soul, her abundance. What else do you want to do? Health, abundance, prosperity. Find out. So we're gonna do all of that for her. She was supposed to go help my husband today, but we're gonna start with the ego versus soul and find out all her percentages. So we know where we got to get started. And for those of you who have never tuned in before, this is my handy dandy pendulum, and I do this is yes and this is no. And I'm going to ask now, is Halen 100% soul? And that would be a no. Is she 50%? Yes. Is she more than 50? Yes. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 97%, Halen. Whoa. Now, I do have to be honest. She has been here for a few weeks now, and she's been working with Henry on doing some emotional therapy. Mm-hmm. So she has been doing some rape. She's been doing some meditations. She has been doing, what else have you been doing? She's been doing sangana for her eyes and her intuition. So with her dad's therapy and everything, she has probably worked out on a lot of her stuff. Yeah. But she is 97%. But I do want to find out what ego she has. That is that 3% that we want to get rid of. So we're going to go to my other list and find out if it's in group 1, no. Group 2, no. Group 3. And I think I already know, but let's go through it. It's power, no. Materialism is no. Madness is no. War, no. Cocky, no. Coldness, no. Past oriented. Living in the past. And that you can resonate right with. Yeah. Yes. So one of her egos is past oriented, living in the past, meaning she bases her life. Now what that means when you have an ego past oriented, that means that you live in the past, you blame your circumstances now because of your past, you are constantly remembering the past, feeling the back in the day kind of situation. You what other things? You blame your life from whatever, good or bad, because of your past. You base your feelings on your past. All of that creates living in the past. It's an ego, because what we're supposed to do is live the now, the present now, be in gratitude of the now, and always live the present moment. The past doesn't exist. It's gone. In the future, we're not certain. So the only time you're supposed to live is in the very moment that you're living. Everything in your past is a lesson to be learned. It makes you who you are today, makes you the strong person you are. Whatever reasons, you were supposed to go through it. There is no way if ands are around it. There's nothing you could have done. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It doesn't exist. That just means you have regret or guilt. So the most important thing is to live in the now. That's why it's an ego, not a soul character. So then, does she have any other egos? No, that's her only ego, is living in the past. Is she 100% living in the past? That's a no. Is she 50? Yes. More than 50? No. Less than 50. 40, 30, 20, 10, 10% living in the past. 10, 9, 8, no. Okay, she 10%. No, more than 10. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 35, 36, 37, 38, 37% living in the past. That needs to be down to a 0. So that's not too bad. There's people who live in the past and they're 100%, like all past. So you're not doing too bad. You actually have probably this couple weeks living here, being here has helped you heal from your past. So probably that's why you're at a 37%, not maybe at 100, because you have resolved a lot of things. Being with Dad and having him teach him and talk to him in therapy probably has solved a lot of her issues with the past. So let's see for abundance. Is she 100% aligned with abundance? That would be a no. Is she 50? Yes. More than 50? Yes. 60, 70, 80, 90 is a no. 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, no. 85%. So she is aligned with abundance, 85%. That's awesome too. You are not doing so shabby. You're doing pretty good, meaning any goal that she can be set or whatever she wants to accomplish, she is not too far from being 100% aligned with abundance. Abundance and prosperity. Should we do prosperity? Says no. Should we do health? Yes. Okay, so I also want to muscle test what is important in her life right now to be aligned with. So we're not going to do all her alignments today. Throughout the weeks, we're going to see her progress. We're going to start off from scratch. All you guys are knowing her percentages right now, and then we're going to go from there. The most important one is to line her up with soul, and then we'll muscle test what's next for her. And then you're just going to see her grow and what changes, and she'll let us know what happens to her throughout the next coming weeks. So in her health, is she 100% aligned with health? That would be a no. Is she 50? Yes. More than 50? Yes. 50, 60, 70, 60, 61, 62, 61% alignment of health. Now, what I mean about health is you always want your health goals to be 100% aligned, whether it's your weight, whether it's being healthy, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's illnesses, whatever it may be, that will all come out with your health. And so within your health, you will release some blocks, because sometimes pain, anxiety, depression, illnesses, anything can be affecting your health. And if she's 61%, so it's not so bad. But if you have any of that happening to you, then you need to get aligned, because sometimes within our lives we create emotional blocks, and sometimes those emotional blocks get lodged somewhere in your body, which is what's causing you your neck pain, which is causing you your back pain, which is causing you cramps, muscle aches, and all of that, shoulder pain, all of that. It comes with energy being lodged right there. Believe it or not, our bodies heal themselves. We don't need pills, we don't need medications, we don't need any of that. All we need to do is eat healthy, be healthy, align yourselves, have your chakras all in balance, all that, and your body will rejuvenate and heal itself. So health is very important. Let's see what else. Career, no, we don't have to do career yet. Is there anything else? There is another thing we need to get aligned with. Do you have any idea what you might want to get aligned with? Not yet. Okay, let's see. Let's go through a list of what we may be able to want to get aligned. Okay, so we did. The career is a no. Health is a yes. Abundance is a yes. Soul is a yes. Love, not love. Family, yes. Family. Now, let's see who, because she has a very big family. So I don't know if it's family in general, or is it a certain person? No. Is it family in a whole? Yes. Is it her feelings towards her family? Yes. Is it their feelings towards her? No. So what I just figured out is if it was a certain person, like your dad or your sisters or your brothers, and say no. Mm-hmm. What it is your feelings towards your family in a whole. You may have, see, it's telling me yes. It's your feelings towards your family whole. Maybe resentment, yes. Grudges, no, you don't hold any grudges. Resentment, unknowingness, confusion, not being sure, certain feelings, all of that are yeses. So it's just your family in a whole bunch. You got it, and what that means is you have to be, you have to forgive everyone in your life because all it does is hurt you. So if there are certain things that, and usually family is the one that hurts us the most sometimes, whether it's sisters, brothers, mom, dad, cousins, grandparents, whatever. In some point of our life, we may have gotten disappointed, or we may feel unworthy of our family, or we can never prove ourselves to our family, or we're not good enough, or anything, and that creates certain feelings. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to hold any resentment, grudges, or anything negative towards our people, towards anyone. We're always supposed to feel love, and we're always supposed to feel forgiveness, and we're always supposed to feel a good vibration, and be okay with our unperfect family. Not everyone has a perfect family. Most people have an unperfect family with problems. Everyone has problems. It's just normal. So when we want to get into family, it's just us being okay with our imperfect, perfect family. Meaning us being okay with our fucked up family. Let's just be real. Like, screwed up, crazy people, whatever. Let's just be, hey, you have your life, I have my life. I am okay with everything that happened in our life. I'm moving on, and I forgive you all. So she has this whole family thing that she needs to work on, and I think it's just you to your outlook to your family in a whole, with all those people. And you have to just say, hey, that's my family. I love you unconditionally, but I'm doing me. And I will love you from afar. Sometimes you gotta love from afar. So, family, are you 100% aligned with your family? No. Are you 50? Yes. More than 50? No. Less than 50? Yes. 40, 30, 20, 10 is a no. 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 13, just making sure, 12%. You are only 12% aligned with your family. In time, I will allow Helen to express her personal life. I do know most of it. Obviously, it's my husband's daughter, but I am not free to share. But you are 12% aligned with your family. So as time goes on, and when we get to this point, she may want to share, and then maybe you guys will find some related methods, because as far as my soul tribe goes, I know a lot about your families, and you guys have shared a lot of your personal lives with me and with us in a group as a soul tribe. So she's a new guest in our soul tribe, and so eventually she may want to share, maybe not, but she's only 12%, and we got to get that down to 100% aligned, meaning being comfortable with who our family is, and being forgiving, and saying, hey, I got a screwed up family, but I love them, and no matter what they did to me, I'm okay. And I'm talking about for all of you. I mean, we have families that have molested us, who has hurt us, who has beat us, who has whatever, husbands, wives, that's all family. So we all have to, or we get out of the situation. For those who are like in domestic violence relationships, we get out of that, and we forgive, and we move on, and we grow. For whatever reason that attracted into your life, because we attract everything into our life. Maybe it was to learn, maybe to become stronger, or maybe to know what exactly we don't want, and to know that we are worthy of something more. So that is 12%. We are a great soul tribe. Yes, we are. I love our soul tribe. And I'm sorry I did not show up last week, as a matter of fact, because I just was so busy. I did not know. Like today, I didn't know it was Wednesday. And I just realized it was Wednesday. I'm like, oh, I got to go live. They didn't see me. Somebody asked me like, hey, is everything okay? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, it's only been a week. Okay, so is there anything else that we need to align for healing? No. Is this all? So these are her 1, 2, 3, 4 top 4 things that she needs to do. Yeah, so these are her top 4 things that she needs to do in her life. Not saying that after we do all this, now it comes out more. You know, she's 19, so she still has a career to get. She still has goals to achieve. So all this is going to change. But for her to move forward, I think it's an actually accurate thing. Health, family, abundance, and your soul. And so I think that is awesome. So today what I'm going to do is, you guys have never seen me do healing, energy release on someone. You guys have always seen me be a proxy for all of you, and you have seen me do it on myself, but you have never actually seen me do it on someone. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I do it, and we're going to do her ego versus soul, and we're first going to work on her past. So today I'm just taking notes because I like to keep track of everyone, because come from the weeks I just go back and I look up your name and I figure it out. If also you guys want to know what your soul is, always direct message me. I always give free percentages, and unless we're doing live, then it's free, but if it's not live, then of course we can always do private sessions. But if you are interested in knowing what your soul percentage or your general percentages are or whatever, I do that for everyone, because I think it's very important that we know where we're coming from and where we are in our life. Like, she probably didn't know she was 97% soul. You guys probably don't know that you guys are 97% soul or 100% soul, and you guys are always wondering. Yeah. So it's really good to know where you're coming from and know where you stand, because sometimes it's not what you think. It could be better. Okay, so we're going to work on her past oriented, and we're going to find out, we're going to bring this past oriented 37% down to 0. So let's get to her first block. Okay, so I go through my list. Let me find out for you real quick. Are you 100% soul? Yes, you are. You're still 100% soul. You are still 100% soul. I know you got clicked out. Are you 100% soul? Yes, you are. You're not off. It's very difficult to go down. You really have to stick to your old habits. Like if I tell her, don't live in the past anymore and heal her, and then she still wants to live in the past, then she creates new blocks that will bring her down. So it's very difficult. You're welcome. It's very difficult to go back down, especially if you have changed your life and we have released certain things. So let's see. In her past, Tishin column A, column B, odd numbers, even numbers. This is the way I have my chart right now. I'm going to make a whole new board soon. So her first past oriented is worthlessness. One block, more than one block. More than one block, 5 blocks. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 now. 30, 35, 40, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30, 38 blocks. Now, there is no age for blocks. She's only 19 and she has created 38 blocks of worthlessness. Now, she has never really done this before, so this is perfect because she doesn't know what all this energy blocks or anything. So, and for those of you who have never seen me do this or are first time watching it or do not understand these energy blocks, like I said before, in our life we have profound traumas, been through different traumas, whether it's heartbreaks, heart losses, shocking experiences, abuses, whatever. And then we go through it and we just suppress those feelings and we never fully process these traumas. Well, then they become large little energy balls. And they could be part everywhere in your body, or it could just be in you, or we could, whatever. And they get stuck there forever. And then it goes into your kids, and your kids' kids, and your kids' kids, and it just keeps going when you don't know. And most people don't. They're like, oh, my back hurts. Oh, my neck hurts. Oh, I'm sick. I have this. I have that. I have that. And it's just they don't know that they have all these energies stuck inside of them that create stress in their body. So she has, Dad is watching. So she has 35 blocks of worthlessness. Now, what worthlessness means is feeling not worthy of love, by not feeling of not belonging, of feeling of not feeling worthy, like you feel like you just ain't shit, like you can't get things accomplished, like you're not good for anything. You know her. Hi. So worthlessness is just anything that you just don't feel good about yourself. Low self-esteem, it can be worthless. So you have 35 of them. Now what that means, yeah, you have, but you've been having a great time. So 35 of them, you can't say you've had them in 35 years. In 19 years, you've had 35 different incidents that happened in your life that created some kind of block. Sometimes they can be in clusters. Sometimes they can be a group. One incident can be creating a whole lot of blocks at one time. They could be all in one shot. They can be spread out. They can be different. People could say, oh, I can't stand you. Boom, you create an emotional block, especially if you don't know how to handle it. Oh, you're just a little girl, whatever. Boom, you create a block because you don't process things. You just keep it bottled in and bottled in and bottled in and bottled in. And it's like you fill it up and one day you'll explode. But this is what 35 blocks look like. So let's see if we can release this. Is there anything that we need to know about these worthlesses? No. Did I just cover them? I kind of covered them. Yeah. Now, one thing with blocks is this. When you saw me do it, usually I start going through my process to find out where I created those blocks and I release them right. Like I already bring them out. What it is that these blocks, all I have to do is bring them from your subconscious and bring them conscious, aware. Like right now, you probably felt everything I was saying, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, I remember this. Yep, this is what happened. Yep, this. So you're bringing it all back. Unfortunately, this process brings up all the emotions because you buried them in the back of your mind. You probably even forgot. I mean, there's so many times that I've done something and didn't even remember it happened. I'll say, what happened to you when you were like 5 years old? And I'm like, oh, my dad left, or oh, my this happened, oh, my mom, whatever. So this is coming from the back, and you have to bring it forward and recognize it, and then you can release it. So I guess when I was giving all my examples and talking, she came up with and said, yep, I got it. And so then it said I can release all 35 blocks. Now, 35 blocks is going to take me a few. So I'm going to do my handy dandy. You can do it with a magnet. This is my huge big magnet. It's very powerful. I don't use magnets on myself. So I usually use my white light, my energy, my hand. And you have a governing ring that goes from here all the way back, turn around sideways, all the way down to your root chakra. So from here all the way down is your governing meridian. Now your governing meridian is the main spine, you want to call it, the main cord, however you want to say it, and it links to all your chakras, all your nerves, all the way to the tip of your fingers, all over your body. It's just like if you look at a body and you see all the blood vessels going and they have the main spine, that's your governing meridian, and it connects to everything. So I'm going to use a magnet today. because I want to release those 35 blocks pretty quick. So I'm not going to run it on her forehead. Usually when you do it to yourself, you would go from here or over. I'm going to do it on her neck, from her neck to her back. I'm going to have her sit closer to the edge of the chair so I can reach. You guys can see. And so I'm going to do what I do and release these blocks pretty quick for her. And so I'm going to go from the top of her neck, base of her neck, and I'm just going to run it down on her spine. And I'm going to start clearing out these 35 blocks of worthlessness. I'm going to fill her up with some love. She has her 2 feet flat on the floor, her hands loose. You don't want to cross your legs. You don't want to do anything because you want your flow to run and you want to release. So in her brain, she's also thinking, I am worthy. I am releasing all these worthlessness. I am more than what that is. And we just keep releasing it. I'm going to do it quite a few times until I start yawning. You guys know me already for yawning and releasing and purging. But I'm not a proxy today, so it may be a little different. So I'm going to check. And magnets are very powerful, even for healing. You got a backache or something, put a magnet. It pulls exactly what a magnet does. It pulls out stuff from your body. If you ever look about healing with magnets, you know, the Chinese do it and they sell it for so much money, those magnets, because they call it a body magnet. And it may work, may not work, I don't know. But I have had success with even a little tiny refrigerator magnet. But I also infuse it with a lot of power. So today I am doing it with the power of this magnet and releasing all her worthlessness. And I'm just going to double check where we are. Did I release all 35? It says no. Does she have 5? More than 5? 10, 15, 10, 11, 12, 11. She has 11 more to go. So I did pretty good, right? As I was talking. Oh, sorry. 11. It's a workout. This weight is heavy. So I'm working out right now. Did I release all 35 blocks? Yes. Does she have any more blocks? No. They are cleared. Good to go. Check mark. Cleared. Yeah, this is pretty heavy. And it's like I'm working out my arm right now. Okay. So let's see what else so let's see what percentage she is. Is she 37% living in the past? No. Is she more? No. Is she less? Yes. 35. 30, 25, 20, 15 is a no. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 19%. So we brought it down from 37% down to 19%. So that was a big block that she had. Well, she had 35 of them. All right, so let's find out the next ones. Okay, so now she has a block of shock. Does she have 1 block? More than 1 block? 5 blocks? 10 blocks? 15 is a no. 10, 11, 12, 11 blocks of shock. For a 19-year-old, you would think, why does she have so many blocks? Doesn't matter how old you are. Teenagers are the worst because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. You think your children are young and you think that their problems are small. Oh, a boy crushed their heart. Oh, she'll get over it. She's young. No. Emotions are very powerful. And we have to deal with our children at all ages to make sure they process their emotions. 5 years old, 6, 10, 7, whatever it is. 19, 20, 21, those are their primes where they don't deal with emotions, and their emotions and hormones are at their highest, and they create these scenarios in their brain and their life is over. A lot of suicide rates for our teenagers because they don't know how to deal with emotions. Some are bullied, some are this, some are that, the pressure, their peer pressure, whatever. Our kids these days go through a lot. So our teenagers deal with a lot of emotions, especially if they don't know how to deal with emotions the proper way. So this is a perfect example of what a teenager would go through, and you don't even know it in your own household. So she's 19, so imagine she's already learning all this and everything. So she's very blessed. I feel like she's gonna know how to deal with emotions later on in life and know how to find her release in her health. So this is also very great. All right, so she has 11 blocks of shock. Is there something that we need to know about this? Yes. So this time, so a shock is anything that happens that is shocking to you. A breakup, a loss, a heartache, somebody yelling at you, somebody whatever, something shocking, catching someone, anything can be a shock. Anything that you go, all right, that's a shock. It's very simple. So is there anything that we need to know? Yes. Do we need to know who shocked you? No. We need to know when. So I know she's 19. So I'm going to start with the middle of her age, which would be, let's do 9. Did it happen when she was 9? No. Less than 9? Yes. More than 9? No. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5. Between 4 and 5 years old. Something happened to you that caused a big shock in your life. You don't have to talk about it. You could just say, yep, you know what it is. Okay. So she knows what it is. Can we release it now? No. Is there something more? Is it a who? It's a what? So it's a what? Around 4 or 5 years old, what? And then you got to go through that all in your mind. Bring it all up to surface that might have caused you your shock. Is there anything else that we need to know about it and we release it now? So you already figured it out in your mind and all that other stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. All 11 shocks? No. Is there more? Yes. Do we need to know more about it? No. Can we release it? Yes. So within that whole process, you went from that point, 4 or 5 years old, all the way through, and anything else that might have happened within that, all that created a traumatic shock for you, and you had it in your system, and you brought it to your conscious. And now it's telling me I can release it. So turn around. And we're going to release these 11 blocks of shock. And all I'm doing is just going through my head anything that could be shocking. Usually with shock, you want to find peace. You want to release all the shocks. You want to find love and be able to process it and release it out all to the universe and get rid of all things, and that everything comes into her life as a peace and calming and being able to get through it and know that it's not a shock anymore and that it's in the past. And these are all done. And all she wants is to replace these shocking feelings with love. Love conquers all at all times. And if you don't know what else to say, just say love. That's all you need in your life is love. Love makes everything happen. Okay. Let's find out if I released all 11. Did I release all 11? No. Does she have 11? No. Less than 11. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7. All right. So she needs a little bit more work. You too, Helen. You have to also say, I release all my shock blocks. I am okay with it. I have really processed it. I knew it was something that needed to happen. It was out of my control. And I release it all to the universe, and I fill myself up with love. I let it go. I have learned from all my shocking experiences. And I am here today, grateful, full of love, happy. And I let the past go. Okay, so remember, no one is ever a healer. Did I release all the 11 blocks? Yes, I did. There is no healers in this world. There's only healers, like we all are healers. Like I can do this, but when I'm doing it for someone, and they're here, they have to release it. This is their shocks, not my shocks. So that's why I always tell you guys when I'm doing the shocks, I was like, all right, you guys also, let's start clearing it out. Because all we are tools. A healer like Henry, he's a tool. He's not a healer, he's a tool. He has the tools to bring you the energy, to bring you the white light, to bring you the spirits, to bring you everything. But it's only up to you if you want to heal. No one can be healed who doesn't want to be healed. We're not healers. Only God is. But we're his tools, and we can give you all the energy and the white light and everything that you need so you can heal yourself. So that's why it was a little harder, and I had to tell her, like, hey, let's release. So they're all gone. Now, is she 19%? No. Less than 19? Yes. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. So she still has one more thing. So she's down to 1%. Almost there. So let's figure that out real quick. Okay, now we go down to unworthy. Now, the difference between unworthy and worthlessness is something very close together. Does she have one block? More than one block? 5, more than 5, 10, 15, 10, 11, 12, 11. Another 11. Hey, that's an angel number. So she has another 11 blocks, probably all from the same thing. That's why the number's so common. It's all the same circumstances that created all the same things. Now, the difference between worthlessness and unworthy. Worthlessness means you just don't feel you feel the feeling of worthless, like low self-esteem, I'm not great enough or what. Now, unworthy also, but it's like a feeling that you are not worthy of someone's love, or you're unworthy of accomplishing a goal, or that is not for you. That life is not for you. You don't feel like that is for you because you're unworthy of that accomplishment. You're unworthy of a family. You're unworthy of a marriage, a healthy marriage. You're unworthy of having children. You are unworthy. That's the difference between worthlessness. Worthlessness is just so low self-esteem, like, oh, you know, people make me feel like I'm not great enough, or other people are making you feel that way. Unworthy is you feeling like you are not worthy of being the best that you can be, or that you can be whoever you want to be. So she has 11 blocks of that. Is there anything that we need to know about that? No. Can I release it? So you kind of figured all that out? Yeah. Pretty good. Because it didn't tell me I needed to give her any information. So that's why I give the examples, but at the same time I'm talking to her because I feel like that's where it's at. So at the same time, she's going to be, I am worthy. I am worthy to have everything in my life that I want and accomplish all goals in my life. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of happiness. I'm worthy of abundance. You reverse that, because everyone is worthy of all good things. Life is great. And any one of you are worthy of true happiness, true love, and everything, and gratitude. All you need to do is be grateful for what you have, and know that anything you want, you can have. Let's check it out. Did I release all 11 blocks? No. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Just 3 more. Let's get it out. Let's get those last bit out. All right. Did we release all? Yes. Is she 0%? Yes. We are down to 0. Is she 97% soul? No. 98, 99. Yep. She is 100% soul, people. Another lucky winner. Okay, so I got her to 100% soul. And now you saw how I did it on someone. And so that would be it for today. I just want to talk about a few things here of what we go through in life and with these emotional codes and with everything. And Helen's going to be our guest for the next few weeks because I'm going to work on all these with her. And I think it will help all of you because you know that when I do healings on everything, I do send all those vibrations over to you guys. So anybody who watches it now or later will get to benefit from these healings because we are a soul tribe and we are all connected because we have been all working on each other. And as Helen comes and she starts working on it, we'll be able to answer questions. She'll be answering questions if she wants to share and make you understand. That is fine, but I do respect everyone's privacy. And you guys have all been very open, but that will be her choice. But the only thing is that with emotional blocks, these emotion blocks and shocks and unworthy on her have been disappeared forever. She can never get them back. But you can create new ones by reliving, now that this is all conscious there, reliving that moment and getting back into that mode and then holding on to those emotions. Right now you can relive them and let them go and release. I accept everything that happened to me in my life. I understand why it all happened, and it's okay that it happened. It's God's plan, God's way of showing us what we need to do. It has made you a stronger young woman. It has made you grateful for your life. It has also made you be someone you don't want to be and be who you want to be, who you are inside. And so anything that happens in our life, hey Kat, anything that happens in our life happens for a reason. And we have to embrace all these blocks. And so she had a total of, 38 blocks plus 11 would be 49, and another 11, like 60 blocks. And she is very young. So imagine all the emotions that she's going through. And this, keep in mind with your children. Keep in touch with your children's emotions. Don't brush them under the table because they're young. She's 19. She has 60 blocks, more than some, because we don't know what she's been through, but enough that she has bottled it in. And now she's releasing it and letting it go. Which reminds me, will it take one day for you to release this? No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So by next week, next Wednesday, she would have released all these 60 blocks. Now what happens after releasing is you may go through an emotional roller coaster. You may feel all these emotions again. You may feel like you want to vent, you want to cry. She likes to write. She likes to write music. She likes to sing. So you may want to put all those feelings into words and take them out. This is not a time to bottle things in again because you don't want to create any more blocks. Right. You do want to let this go. So whether it's singing, whether it's rapping, whether it's dancing, which some of you guys have seen her dance before, whether it's dancing, writing, singing, working out at the gym now, you got to release. And always think of releases. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like writing, write. If you feel like just being closed in, I'm going to let your father know that, we're all going to be patient with you this week because you may go through certain things. It's not easy. Many of you guys can share what you guys have went through your releases with her. You can always leave comments and everything I will post so you guys can give her your support. This is our new Soul Tribe member, and for the next few weeks we're going to be going through her path to release all of this, and you guys are going to see how a teenager starts doing things, and she's creating her own blog, and she's going to tell her true story, her life story, and how she's changing it. So she's also going to grow. You guys can follow her at the official Lave, and she's also gonna be under the Victory of Blessings YouTube channel. She's gonna have her own channel, and she's going to vlog everything from her new steps that she's taken. She's been taking big steps of releasing all her past, starting her new future, and she's going to accomplish all new goals, and this is going to help her accomplish that. So we're all going to be part of her life of seeing the official Lave grow, and we're going to see where that leads to. So great, show some support with her, follow her, share your experiences with her so she knows what she's going to get through. I mean, we're here. Luckily, like I said, she was 97% so, but we've been working with her for 3 weeks now, in the back of the scenes doing healings and rapes and sangana and all that other stuff. And she's been listening to ayahuasca music and all of that great stuff. So we've been working, and obviously it has helped a lot, but she just needed that little bit. All right, guys, so I'm going to cut it short because we're about to go have dinner. And it was so great to be here with you guys. I'm sorry I didn't show up next week, but I will be here next Wednesday. Halen will be here next Wednesday to continue. We still have to work on her abundance, her health, and her family issues, her alignments with her family. So you guys will all see what's next. Great to see you too, and catch the recap so you guys can see everything that we did with her today. I showed how to do it on someone, how to be, because you guys all have seen me do proxies for all of you. So now I had someone, so you guys got to see me work on her and what they need to do, because now I'm not doing it. I was able to release for you guys quickly because I already knew what to do in my brain. So you guys got to see how I needed to work with her because the blocks were not getting released as fast. So keep posted, and I'm going to start going live a little bit more often. I'm going to do live on Instagram one day, one live on Facebook another day, and I'm going to start doing YouTube videos as well. This is going to go on YouTube. I want to build that up because we have a lot of new journeys starting to happen, a lot of big blessings, and she's part of it. And or Victoria blessings. So I'm going to start doing that. So make sure you click on the link and subscribe so you guys can see all the videos. I've been posting them. Unfortunately, the comments don't show up on the videos when I post them up, but that's why I try to read the comments now a little bit when I can, because I want to make sure that people can understand what's happening. So that's why I started doing an actual, since she's here, so you guys can see what's happening and it can get recorded, because I really would like people to know about their emotional blocks so we can start releasing them. And if you feel like anybody needs releasing, send them my way, and we can do it live or we can do it privately.